Hey, it's time for Nuggetcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Jake.
Let's do some nugget casting. This week we've got a whole new paper of news for you, and of course that means a whole new Nuggetcast. And so how would you describe Nuggetcast if someone has never come across a Nuggetcast before?
Well, if you've never come across the Nuggetcast before, first I have to say, where have you been the past 4 weeks? We've been out, 4 episodes so far. We're on episode 5 this time.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nuggetcast is basically just our weekly look at the weekly paper that we put out. We come out on newsstands, as you may know, every Wednesday, and so if you haven't picked up your paper by Friday, then this is kind of like a little nudge, like, hey, what are you doing? You need to go check us out. Here's a little teaser trailer, almost like, like your favorite movie has a teaser trailer to make you go see it.
Right, and so we try and keep it lively here, and we do have, I have this crime report handle here. I pull this, it shoots out crime reports. I'm not going to do that right now. But, we also are a community newspaper, and we come across news sometimes that is just not jokey, fun news. And so we want to address that. If you're looking at our front page paper this week, you see something that you usually don't see, thankfully, but this week we do. And a local man, Nathaniel Grizzle, died after being shot. That happened Monday, and so we were able to get that into the paper. And like the sheriff said, thoughts and prayers for the family. And of course that means that the suspect who has been arrested now is facing a murder charge. So that is we're gonna keep you updated on that. But we do kind of jokey stuff. We do the NewSprint and everything. Sometimes it's just not right to NewSprint past some things. So I just kind of wanted to go ahead and address that and say we're sorry to the family for what happened there. So I guess now we can start off on our NewSprint.
If this is your first time, our NewSprint is basically we just go through, our front page of the paper, and where we normally try to, do a good variety of things. We got some sports, we got some, just the biggest stories in our community, because we're trying to cover everything. And so we normally try to go through that in 60 seconds. We're 0-4 on that so far, but I feel good about this one. I think
we have a professional timer back here. This is John Bynum.
Yeah, John.
He's in charge of layout at the newspaper and timing.
Wow. Time professional.
Right. Nugget casting timing. All right. So count us down. You're taking the top.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so first off we have Road to 1000, Lumpkin's lone senior, which is kind of unusual for boys and girls to only have one senior basketball player, but Jones Harris is that one. He scored his 1000th point, in last week's game on senior night. It was kind of an awesome, storybook moment there. And so he scores 1000th point. You can read more about that in the sports section.
Okay, we got the gold robber on the run after heist. The suspect is still being sought. Check out our Facebook page or our website to see a picture of him. We want to catch this guy because after an armed robbery at Croissant Gold Mine, everybody's looking for him.
Yeah, and then main art, we have a feature on Lumpkin wrestler Kerwin Martinez, who just has kind of an incredible story. He's also really good at wrestling and is looking to make a splash at state for the 2nd straight year. He's just a sophomore too, and he's going. Wow, we made it almost nowhere.
Yes.
Maybe next time.
Sorry,
we weren't even close. There's still this whole thing about the curfew. I don't know, is this cheating to talk about the curfew? You can't hang out at Wimpy Park after 6 p.m. if you want to, but I guess you just have to buy the paper.
Yeah, there's just too much news packed in the nugget for 60 seconds. You can't sum it all up.
Right. But we can still pull the crime report lever though.
Whoa! Ooh, good save.
All right.
You want me to?
Yeah,
all right. Crime report lever. Should we explain what the crime report lever is?
If you weren't here last week, we found out that most people like the crime report, and they like the more crime report, the better, really. So
I think if we
developed
could
this
just put out
lever-
like a full paper of just crime report,
Right.
people would rather
we could
that.
just take the rest of the week off, really.
Right.
We developed this lever to inject crime reports at any time in the Nuggetcast, and when you pull it, the crime report shoots out.
All right, and so for our first of the day, we were taking it back to December 13th, 2000, when a forest green Honda. Oh no, you were driving a forest green Honda. Maybe not in 2000.
Actually, no, I had a Ford Probe at that point, so
Okay.
I'm in the clear.
Ooh,
so.
okay. A forest green Honda was witnessed backing into a 4x4 post until it split in half on Highway 115 South. The witness saw a female get out of the car, look at what she had done, then hit the mailbox 3 times before driving off. Good grief.
Why? What did that post do to her? I don't know.
And
All right.
that is tough. I don't even know where to go after that. What do we want to do? Just kind of.
Should we end it? I don't know. End on that? No.
But yeah, I mean, did you feel like there was, something in this week's nugget that you felt like was worth highlighting?
Yeah, there's something, and it kind of stuck out at me. It was a strange headline for us, but Gnome father and son duo to race in the 2020 Iron Dog.
Wait, what page are you on? I don't even see that.
Oh, hold up. Oh, this is the Gnome Nugget.
Wait, there's another nugget?
There's completely different nugget here. This is the Gnome Nugget.
What a nugget cast this is. What
That
is
was
the
a twist.
Gnome Nugget?
We do get the weekly Gnome Nugget here, all the way from Nome,
Alaska?
And Alaska, yes, yeah. And I'm always interested in the Gnome Nugget. Not that I'm trying to promote their nugget over our
Competing
nugget,
media
right?
source.
But there's enough room for multiple nuggets, I think, in the world.
Yeah.
It's just some good news that always seems like it came from Alaska. Like on the back page right here, you have this coyote on a frozen tundra.
That's the most Alaska thing I've
That
ever
is. I don't know what the equivalent of that would be for Dahlonega.
A gold robber on
Yeah,
the
okay.
run after heist.
That, okay. So maybe they're reading that and Gnome.
They're like, wow, that's the most Dahlonega thing.
Yeah, so I don't know. We were talking about this earlier. We have a strange name, and sometimes we have to call news sources, we have to call people for stories that do not know what a Dahlonega Nugget is. And when we do that, how do you handle those situations when you're calling somebody up? Or
Yeah, so like,
talking to
I
somebody?
mean, pretty much, about every week I'm going somewhere, with sports covering or wherever, and a lot of times that takes me outside of Lumpkin County, outside of Dahlonega, and so usually there I'm just going straight like, hey, I'm here with the Lumpkin paper because Lumpkin's playing basketball or whatever there, and so I'll just say, hey, I'm with the Lumpkin newspaper to cover them, just because I'm always a little hesitant. I mean, if you say Dahlonega sometimes, especially, at times when you're going, hours off to cover sports or whatever, people don't even know where Dahlonega is. But if you say, hey, I'm the newspaper that covers that team right there, then they have a better
I got you. Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. So for me, I usually say this is Matt from the newspaper in Dahlonega. If I'm calling somebody out of state or something like that, and then occasionally it'll be like, what's the name of the newspaper? I'll say the Dahlonega Nugget, and then there's some confusion. Is it like chicken nuggets? Is it like a restaurant? No. And then the next step is, no, it's gold nuggets. And they're like, were you a jewelry store? No. And then you have to explain the history of Dahlonega. And there's Benjamin Parks, and he tripped on a gold, and
Then you're like hours long into this conversation.
right. Yeah, and then I forget to ask him the question, and then I don't know. Like that's so. Yeah, I'm glad that we have a distinct name, but sometimes that can make things awkward when you're calling out of state news sources.
Yeah.
Or they might even think like we have something to do with the Denver Nuggets. Like we're not affiliated with that NBA franchise. So.
Although that would be kind of cool. We can send me out to a Denver Nuggets game. Anytime I'll cover them.
As a Hawks fan, I don't think I want to cover them, but
Not above.
sorry, Denver.
Sorry to all our Denver viewers out there in Denver.
Right.
Yeah, did you want to look at some sports while we're on the...
I was sensing a lull, so I was just gonna
Oh!
some delay there.
Whoa! Oh, right into your hands. We've gotten the calibration down on this leather.
This technology is...
Yeah, be careful.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, so we're still going back to the year 2000, November 1st, when deputies responded to the hospital where a man was being treated after a fight over what kind of music would be played at a party. 2000. What were you listening to then?
Well, I was 4 years old, so probably a lot of like Veggie Tales soundtrack. I doubt that's what they were playing at the party, but
right. There was probably a boy band involved at that time. I would think NSYNC.
Like NSYNC, yeah,
probably. Maybe it was a Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC. People got pretty.
Was that too early
about that? No, I think that's right in like.
Was it too early for Usher? Like the big like Usher like Confessions. I remember that was a
Usher
big
around
thing. Yeah. Maybe that was a little after. Like
no, Usher's been around. He's a mainstay and still here today. So hopefully he's watching. Yeah, so maybe some sports.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of good sports things going on. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, the main story I guess of the week is our wrestlers, Lumpkin sending 10 wrestlers to go compete at Aiken.
Hold up, I'm getting word that we have somebody there right now at the state meet. It's you from the future. We're going to throw it to you from the future.
Thanks, guys, and can I just be the first to say it is a little weird talking to you from the future, especially a past version of myself. It feels like a movie or something. But yeah, we're out here at the Macon Coliseum watching the Lumpkin wrestlers take on the state championship or state tournament run. Obviously, the guys are wrestling today in the 3A championships, and then the girls start tomorrow. Guys finals tomorrow. It's just a busy time down here for sure.
All right, so Jake from the future, what's the scene like in Macon right now?
Yeah, and I mean, so I believe it was our former sports writer Greg that coined the term Macon Mayhem. I'm sure many have said it before him as well, but that's exactly what it is. It's crazy out here. We got all of the wrestlers in this room here to warm up. There's, I think, 12 mats outside. It's just a wild time here. And I mean, it's all about wrestling. You got folks in the stands all the way around. This is a big place. A lot of people, when they first come here, I mean, they're just eyes wide open. It hits me like that every time. And so, I mean, it's wild out here for sure.
So you said we send 10 contenders there. Are there any standouts so far?
Yeah, so the Lumpkin wrestlers have had kind of a tough day today. Everybody is wrestling through the consoles now. I mean, it's just been kind of a tough day overall. But once you get to state, I mean, you're in the top 12 wrestlers in your weight class, like in the entire state. So, I mean, just getting here is an honor in itself. But I mean, it's a tough time for sure. Just making it out past this, and so no one escaped undefeated today. Everybody's wrestling, trying to wrestle back through the console rounds to, get to the consolation. Third and fourth, fifth place placers, tomorrow.
Yeah, and that was a great update, man. Our handsome correspondent out there and making it. Thank you, future me, for that update, or I guess past me at this time. Because this is coming out on Friday.
I have so much to ask him about the future, but we've got to stay on topic.
Right.
So, all right. Well, it's that time. It's time for Crime Time.
Crime Time. Wait. Past Crime Time first before current Crime Time.
It was an alarming Crime Time.
We're just breaking the space-time continuum here with all of our going back and forth from the future. Now back to 2000, October 7th. There was a criminal trespass at Lumpkin County High School. A yellow powder was scattered all over the cafeteria, and 2 fire extinguishers full the day before. What does that mean?
Oh, we found a typo from
22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Jeez, all right. Well, yeah, we're going to have to put that back through. I don't even know what... Okay. So there was two.
No, that's not.
Yeah, so there were 2 fire extinguishers that were full the day before were found empty.
Okay, there you go.
And there were small footprints and shoe tread marks on the cafeteria tables. I'm no criminal investigator, but I have a feeling at the high school, that just sounds like some senior prankage to me.
That was 22 years ago. Where are those seniors today? And does someone want to fess up to that? I mean, we can have you on next week if you want to. But I think statute of limitations, you're good, right?
Class of 2001, where you at?
Right. So from this week, I have, let's see, January 30th, a woman said her husband stole her cell phone. She told the responding deputy she didn't want to press charges. She just wanted the officer to force him to give that cell phone back. That's kind of, I like the ones that kind of end with, maybe everybody worked everything out. Yeah, that's kind of the nicer side of crime time.
Yeah. Unfortunately for...
Pull on the handle.
I wasn't even...
Wow.
I was just trying to... That was a good catch. That was Super Bowl week.
We are taping, right? Yeah. Yes, even better.
Super Bowl week.
Right.
Los Angeles Rams, you need an extra receiver.
June 25th, 2008, a woman said one of her cats didn't return home after she let it out. She then received a message on her cell phone from an anonymous caller who told her she needed to feed her cat.
What?
I guess the anonymous caller was just taking matters into their own hands.
Just,
if you want your cat back.
A pet vigilante out there
right.
in Logan County. All right, well. Strange times, 2008. All right, yeah, but so January 31st of this year, 2022, this did not get resolved, as you were, like you were saying.
Right, and then no happy ending here.
Yeah, a man said someone took his mailbox and threw it in the woods. Like, that's just rude, man. I mean, there's probably an airmail joke that you could put in there, but
right.
for a second. But also, I wonder how close. If this person lives in downtown Dahlonega, you'd have to drive away with his mailbox for several miles and then throw it into the woods. That would not be nice.
Just that extra effort at the end. That it is rude, right?
Like uproot a mailbox, and then the mail people might have still made it out there. I don't know. To the woods to
they
deliver.
Keep delivering.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, right. All right, so that was Crime Time, and that was our Nuggetcast. Unless,
whoa! Oh gosh, not again!
Sorry,
Please.
sorry, guys.
Oh no! Are we doing this on purpose? I thought we had this calibrated. I thought we were ready.
all right, I tracked that foul ball down. I got it. So December 20th, 2002. Is this your turn or is it my turn?
You got it.
Okay. A complainant at the sheriff's office reported she noticed a bag of English muffins at Walmart had mildew in it. She opened the bag and saw a little red object the size of a pill. She picked the object up and white powder burst out of it. The muffin and the red object were secured, I guess, by the sheriff's office. It's the red pill, isn't that the Matrix? I don't know what's happening there.
I just thought it was
follow up on that.
I just thought they were calling about a gross Walmart muffin.
No, it took a turn. It didn't take a turn.
I don't even know what to. I don't even know where to go with that.
All right. Well, that's probably a good time.
We're just gonna have to end the whole Nuggetcast
because state of confusion. Thank you, everybody. That's our Nuggetcast. And hey, if you like the Nuggetcast, please like and subscribe. If you like the newspaper, it'd be even better if you like us and subscribe to the actual paper.
Yeah, you can just physically like us. Just
right.
Give us a thumbs up and compliments and stuff when you come in. Say nice things to us when you walk in the doors.
Have a good week. Are you still there, Future Jake? Are there flying cars in the future?
I'm afraid not. It's literally just one day in the future. No flying.